Mathematics class 11 chapter 16 probability. In the last class we have studied exercise 16.2. Today we shall study exercise 16.3. Question number 1. Which of the following cannot be valid assignment of probabilities for outcomes of sample space S equal to omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, omega 4, omega 5, omega 6, omega 7. So we are given outcome, and using the axioms we have to find whether the assignment is valid or no. Okay, by using the axioms. Part A is given to us. The outcomes are given 0.1, 0.01, 0.05, 0.03, 0.01, 0.2, 0.6. This is omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, omega 4, omega 5, omega 6, omega 7. Now, according to axioms, each outcome should be positive and it should be less than 1. Okay, that is the axiom. So let us check it. So here you can see these all are less than 1, right? So it are less than 1 plus they all are positive. So we can write the probabilities of each outcome is positive and less than 1, and the sum of the probability, we have to find the total, it should be equal to 1. So 0.1 plus 0.01 plus 0.05 plus 0.03 plus 0.01 plus 0.2 plus 0.6. If you add up you get 1, right? So this also is true. That means both the condition of axiomatic approach are satisfied, therefore the assignment is valid. Okay, the axioms are what? The outcome should be positive and it should be less than 1, and the total of the outcome should be equal to 1. Then the assignment is valid. Part B, omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, omega 4, omega 5, omega 6, omega 7. All are 1 by 7. Okay, all values are given to be, or all outcomes are 1 by 7. So we can see all these are positive and they are less than 1, right? We can see this 1 by 7 are less than 1. So we can write here probability of each outcome is positive and less than 1, and sum of the probabilities, add up all this. So when you add up this 1 plus, all are 7, right? 7 outcomes are there. So 1 by 7 plus 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 1 by 7. If you total up it will be 7 by 7, so it will be 1, right? So this also is 1. So both the conditions of the axiomatic approach are true or satisfied. Okay, so the assignment is valid. Part C, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Okay, now here each outcome is positive, right? You can see it is all positive and it all are less than 1, and sum of the probability. So let us sum up these, all these outcomes. Okay, so this will be 0.1 plus 0.2 plus 0.3 plus 0.4 plus 0.5 plus 0.6 plus 0.7. If you add up together, the sum of this is 2.8, which is greater than 1. Okay, so this one axiom is not satisfied. Okay, so one of the conditions of axiomatic approach is not satisfied, therefore the assignment is not valid. Part D, minus 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, minus 0.2, minus 0.1, 0.7. Here you can see this omega 1 and omega 2, omega 3, omega 4, omega 5. So omega 1 and omega 5, they are negative, right? They are negative. Here probability of two events, they are omega 1 the first one and omega 5 this fifth one are negative, therefore assignment is not valid. Part E is 1 by 14, 2 by 14, 3 by 14, 4 by 14, 5 by 14, 6 by 14, 15 by 14. Now this is greater than 1. These all are less than 1, but this value will be greater than 1. So this is also one condition is not satisfied, therefore this assignment also is not valid. Here probability of 15 by 14 is greater than 1, therefore assignment is not valid. So that is solution for question number 1. Question number 2. A coin is tossed twice. What is the probability that at least one tail appears? Okay, now a coin is tossed twice. That means the sample space S will be HH, HT, TH, TT. Okay, that means the number of elements in the sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4. So n of S equal to 4. Now let E be the event of getting at least one tail. So one tail is HT, TH and TT, right? HT, TH, TT. That means number of elements in this event E equal to 3. 1, 2 and 3 elements, right? Therefore probability of getting at least one tail P of equal to, that is probability of equal to n of A divided by n of S. equal to 3 by 4, right? So you can just keep it 3 by 4. You don't need to write equal to. Okay, so it is 3 by 4 is the probability of getting at least one tail. Question number 3. A die is thrown. Find the probability of the following events. Number 1 is a prime number will appear. 2. A number greater than or equal to 3 will appear. 3. A number less than or equal to 1 will appear. 4. A number more than 6 will appear. 5. A number less than 6 will appear. The sample space S will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means number of elements in the sample space is 6. Okay, you can count there are 6 elements. Now, number 1 is let A be the event of getting prime number. Now, the prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. That means number of elements in A will be 3. So, the probability of getting prime number P of A equal to N of A by N of S. Okay, same formula, and this formula I have given you in the previous class. So, here N of A is 3 and N of S is 6. So 3 by 6, you cut by 3, so you get 1 by 2. Part 2, let B equal to event of getting a number greater than equal to 3. So number greater than equal to 3 are, for a die will be 3, 4, 5, 6. So number of element in B will be 4. And number of element in S is 6. Okay, it is fixed. So P of B, that is probability of B equal to N of B by N of S. Same formula. Okay, now it is for B. So N of B is 4. So 4 by 6 equal to 2 by 3 when you cut by 2. Okay, part 3 is C equal to event of getting number less than equal to 1. So less than equal to 1 means it is only one element, that is 1, singleton 1. That means number of elements in this C will be equal to 1. Right? So probability of C equal to N of C divided by N of S. So N of C is 1 divided by N of S is 6. So 1 by 6. You cannot cut, just leave it as it is. Number 4. D equal to event of getting number greater than 6. Now you know on a die there is no number greater than 6, so it will be empty set. That means number of element in D will be 0. So probability of D equal to N of D by N of S. N of D is 0, so 0 by 6 is 0. Number 5. E equal to event of getting number less than 6. Number less than 6 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So N of E will be 5. Therefore probability of getting number less than 6 equal to, that is equal to N of E by N of S, equal to this 5 by 6. You can't cut, so just keep it as it is. Question number 4. A card is selected from a pack of 52 cards. Part A. How many points are there in the sample space? How many points means how many elements are there in a sample space. B. Calculate the probability that the card is an X of spades. C. Calculate the probability that the card is part 1 and X part 2 black card. So part A will be a pack of playing cards has 52 cards, right? Therefore points in a sample space, that is number of element in S, will be 52. Number part B is let A equal to event of drawing an X of spades. There are only one X of spade, right? We know only one card of X is there for a spade. That means probability of A will be 1 by 52. That is number of element in A divided by number of element in the sample space, that is 52. So 1 by 52. Okay, I have not written the formula, but we have used this number of times in the previous questions. Part C, it has got two parts. Part 1, let B equal to event of drawing an X. There are 4 X's in the playing card, right? So it will be probability of B will be 4 by 52. That means you cut by 4, you get 1 by 13. Part 2, C equal to event of drawing black card. There are 26 black cards, right? We know that. That means P of C is equal to 26 by 52, cut by 26, so you get 1 by 2. So that is the answer for question number 4. Question number 5. A fair coin with 1 marked on one face and 6 on the other and a fair die are both tossed. Find the probability that the sum of numbers that turn up is number 1 3, number 2 12. The coin and die are tossed together, right? So that sample space S will be 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6, 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, 6 6. That means how many number of elements are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So number of elements in the sample space is 12. Now part 1 is A equal to let A equal to the event having sum of number is 3. Okay, the total number is 3. So if you count here, 1 plus 1 is not 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, so 1 plus 1, that is 1 2. Okay, then 1 3 is not 3. Okay, and none of the number will be giving you the sum 3. So only one number, that is one pair, that is 1 2. So number of elements in set A or the event A is 1. Therefore the probability of A will be n of A by n of S, right? So 1 by 12. So answer is 1 by 12. In the second part, let us take B equal to having sum of the number is 12. Now, if you look at the sample space, there are only elements 6 plus 6 is 12. Other will not give you 12. Okay, 6 plus 5 is also 11, it is not 12, right? 6 plus 4 also not there. So no number will give you except 6 and 6. So here also you have got only singleton set 6 6. That means number of elements in B is 1. So probability of B will be 1 by 12. 1 is the number of element in B and 12 is the number of element in set or in a sample space. Question number 6. There are 4 men and 6 women on the city council. If one council member is selected for a committee at random, how likely is it that it is a woman? Here total members in council equal to 4 men plus 6 women, that is 4 plus 6 is 10. Therefore number of elements in S will be 10C1, or you can say 10 total. Okay, 10C1, the formula, we know this formula is NCR. Okay, from here if you solve this you get 10, or from total also you get it is 10. Let A be the event that the member is a woman. Therefore n of A, there are 6 women, right? So 6C1, so out of 6C1 it will be 6 women. Okay, so total number of women is 6. Therefore probability of selecting a woman or P of A equal to 6 by 10 cut by 2, so you get 3 by 5. So the probability of getting a woman as a council member will be 3 by 5. Question number 7. A fair coin is tossed for 4 times and a person wins ₹1 for each head and lose ₹1.50 for each tail that turns up. From the sample space, calculate how many different amounts of money you can have after 4 tosses and the probability of having each of these amounts. Here the sample space S will be H, okay, 4 times, therefore 4HH, then HHHT, then HHTH, HTHH, THHH, HHTT, THHT, THHT, HTTH, THTH, TTHH, TTTH, TTHT, THTT, HTTT, TTTT. Okay, so the number of elements in this sample space will be, you can just count it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So n of S is 16. Okay, now from the given data or from the given question we can say that if 4 heads, okay, we have got 4 heads. If 4 heads means for one head you gain 1 rupee, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, so ₹4 winning ₹4. If 3 heads and 1 tail, so 3 heads means 1 plus 1 plus 1 3 rupees minus you are losing for 1 tail, you will lose 1.50, so total will be 1.50, that means you are winning 1.50 rupees. Now suppose 2 heads and 2 tails, then for 2 heads 1 plus 1 and 2 tails minus 1.50 minus 1.50, which gives you minus 1, that means you are losing 1 rupee. Then if you are having 1 head and 3 tail, that means 1 head is 1 minus 3 tail, that is 3 times minus 1.50, that is minus 1.50 minus 1.50 minus 1.50. If you add up together you get minus 350, that means you are losing 350 rupees. Okay, 3.50 rupees, not 350, 3.50. Now suppose you have got 4 tails. Okay, these are the possibilities in your sample space. So 4 tail means you are going to lose minus 1, you are going to lose 1.50 rupees for 4 times, that is minus 1.450 minus 1.50 minus 1.50 minus 1.50, total up minus 6, so you are losing 6 rupees. Okay, now let us find from the sample space, you have to find the amount. Okay, the amount which you are going to get it. The sample space of the amount is winning ₹4, okay, winning ₹150, losing ₹1, losing ₹350 and losing ₹6. This is the sample space. Okay, now let us find P of, that is probability of winning ₹4. Winning ₹4 means you can just see here. Okay, in the sample space it is only once, right? So you can write 1 by 16. So 1 by 16 because only 4 times one you will get 4 head, that is 1 by 16. Then P of, that is probability of winning rupees 150. When you win rupees 150, when you have got 3 heads and 1 tail. Okay, so if you count here 3 head and 1 tail, then this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, so you have got 3 and one more is there, this one, right? 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the 4. 3 head, 3 head, 3 head, 1 tail. Okay, 3 heads, 1 tail, then you are winning 150 rupees. So here when you write the probability of winning 150 rupees, 1.50 rupees, that means 4 by 16. If you cut by 4, you get 1 by 4, right? Now losing rupees 1. When you lose rupees 1, when you have got 2 head, 2 tails. So you have to find from here. When you have got 2 head and 2 tail. So let us count 2 head, 2 tails. Okay, so that time you will lose rupees 1. Okay, that is what here, 2 head, 2 tail, you are losing rupees 1. So rupee 1, that's why let us find how many times 2 head, 2 tails comes in your sample space. So this one, 2 head, 2 tails. So 1 head, 2 head, 2 tails. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? These are 3 head tails. So this up to 6. So what you can write here? The probability of losing 1. Okay, so losing 1 will be 6 by 16. Probability losing rupees 1 equal to 6 by 16. If you cut by 2, you will get 3 by 8. Now next is losing rupees 350. When you lose rupees 350, when you have got 1 head and 3 tail. Okay, so find from here 1 head and 3 tails. Okay, you have to check from here. 1 head, 3 tail will be, you can count from here, 1 head here, 1 head here, 1 head here, 1 head here. Right, so you get it 4. So here it is, you can write it as a 4 by 16. If you cut by 4, it is 1 by 4. Right, now P equal to probability of losing rupees 6. When you lose rupees 6, when you have got 4 tails, right, and 4 tail only you have got once, that means 1 by 16. So this is the answer for question number 7. Question number 8. 3 coins are tossed once. Find the probability of getting number 1 3 heads, 2 heads, at least 2 heads, at most 2 heads, no head, 3 tails, exactly 2 tails, no tail, at most 2 tails. When 3 coins are tossed, then sample space will be S equal to HHH, HHT, HTH, THH, TTH, THT, HTT, TTT. So the number of elements in the sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so N of S is 8. Now number 1 is getting 3 hairs. So you get 3 hairs only 1. So 1 by 8, right? Probability of getting 3 hairs HHH only 1. So 1 by 8. Then part 2 is getting 2 hairs. Getting 2 hairs means you can count from here. Okay, I have written directly here probability of 2 hairs, that is HHT. From here I have written, okay, HT, HTH and THH. So there are 1, 2, 3 elements. So 3 by 8. Then probability of getting at least 2 head. So P I have counted from here and written, okay, HHH, HHT, HTH, THH. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 8 equal to 1 by 2, right? Then probability of getting at most 2 hairs, that is P of HHT, HTH, THH, TTH, THT and HTT, TTT. That means you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 by 8. Fifth or part 5 is probability of getting no head. Equal to no head means you know it is TTT, right? That means 1 by 8. Probability of getting 3 tails. So it is 3 tails is only once you get TTT, so 1 by 8. Then next is exactly 2 tail, that is P, TTTH, THT, HTT. 2 tail you should get, that is 3 by 8, right? Because 3 elements and total element is 8. Then not T, you are not getting T at all, that means only getting head, that is P of HHH, that is 1 by 8. Then probability of getting at most 2 tail. Okay, this is T, not L, it is at most 2 tail. So P of HHH, TTH, THT, HTT, HHT, HTH, THH. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 by 8. Okay. So there is the probability of getting at most 2 tail is 7 by 8. Okay. Let's correct this part. It should be T. Okay. It's a spelling mistake. At most 2 T or 2 tail. Question number 9. If 2 by 11 is the probability of an event, what is the probability of the event not A? Okay, so you are given probability of A, an event, and you have to find the probability of not A. given that probability of A is 2 by 11, right, and probability of not A, we know the formula is 1 minus P of A, 1 minus this probability of A, okay. So 1 minus this P of A is given 2 by 11. Take LCM, so 11 into 1, 11 minus 2 by 11. Find the difference, you get 9 by 11. So not the probability of not A will be 9 by 11. So that is solution for question number 9. Question number 10. A letter is chosen at random from the word assassination. Find the probability that letter is number 1 a vowel, number 2 a consonant. There are 13 letters in the word assassination. Okay, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, which contains 6 vowels. Okay, so you count, there are 6 vowels and 7 consonants. Now one letter is selected out of 13. That means it is selected by 13 C1, that is equal to 13 base. Okay, this formula I have given you in the last time, NCR formula. Okay, n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay, so using that, or we can just write that you can select in 13 ways. Okay, number 1, one vowel is selected out of it in 6 ways, right? Sorry, one vowel is selected out of 6. Okay, here out is missing, let me correct it. Okay, so one vowel is selected out of 6, that means 6C1 equal to 6 base. Therefore, probability of selecting vowel equal to the 6 divided by 13. Okay, the total number of letters, that is 13, or sample space, that is 13, and the ways in which you can select the vowel, that is 6 by 13, right? You cannot cut, so just leave it as it is. And part 2 is one consonant is selected out of 7, that will be 7C1, it will be equal to 7 in 7 ways. Therefore, probability of consonant equal to 7 by 13. Okay, 7 divided by the total number, that is 13. So this is 7 by 13 and this is 6 by 13. So we keep this much for today. Still there is some more question in this exercise. We shall do it later on. Thank you very much.